Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Heart of the Swarm Exhibitions. Today is Friday, which means King of the Hill, and we're having fun here. We just saw an epic game one of the day between Ghost User and Babyknight. Ghost User was on a 4-game winning streak, one went away from getting some cash, but Babyknight said, you know what, I am the King of the North, I'm coming forward, and I'm going to destroy you, and that's what he did. Of course, Ghost User might have had a misclick here and there, but I think Babyknight pretty much played that perfectly. As far as dealing with Zerg Mutalisks are concerned, it's not like he lost a ridiculous amount. He was slowly
he had
taking
a solid
those
defense.
expansions.
But you know, Ghost User did a great job of taking the map. Well,
Yes.
he had, well, you know, Babyknight had a
drones
really
and
solid
spines.
defense, great upgrades, great tech, but Ghost User had so many expansions.
So how do you prevent that? I mean, do you have to incorporate a lot of Zealot run-bys, DTs?
I mean,
Warp
DT
Prism?
harass can work, but Vazir quickly realizes just put one spore in each of those spine forces.
Yeah.
It's not going to work anymore.
Oracles?
Oracles might, I mean, yeah.
I mean, with Mutas in the air, it's like...
If you can sneak around it, you might kill a lot of drones before Mutas get back. But I feel it's not worth the investment of an Oracle. If you're going to go air, you might as well go significant count of Phoenix. And it's so much easier to control Phoenix against Mutas now with the range buff they got.
That's true.
The range buff, the upgrade, there's 7 range now.
Yeah.
And 7 is a big number.
So you think if Babyknight, that might have been a nice option for him?
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah.
at what point do you have to decide to transition into that?
You have to do it early.
Okay,
You have to
there.
do
So you have to, like,
but
open
before
it?
you build the Templar Archives. You don't have to open it, but when you scout the Spire, you can go like either 1 or double Stargate. You get 1 Stargate, then Fleet Beacon, maybe.
Okay. Get that range upgrade really fast.
Yeah, because I feel Babyknight played an exceptional game, but like Ghost, you just got ahead just from Mutas are just so good.
And preventing that with the method that Babyknight was playing can be very difficult.
Yeah, like how is he gonna stop him from taking the map?
Because like you're not actually going to kill the Mutas.
Yeah.
Unless your opponent makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Or you just flank ridiculously with a High Templar or something. But that was an awesome game.
It was.
I was entertained.
Yes.
Hopefully you guys were entertained. Next up, we have Babyknight's challenger. It's going to be Pokebunny, a Terran player. Terran, I've been having a little bit of fun with Terran lately.
Terran's fun to play. You know what's interesting? The units all, like, I think Terran is really strong in Heart of the Storm. I don't know if it's like, I don't think it's necessarily like obscenely strong or anything,
Right.
but I do think it's just, they got all the cool units.
Yeah.
They got all the cool ones.
I agree.
You know, it's mostly just the new Medevac. It's so fun. Widow Mines are fun.
You can just...
The new Raven is fun. So it's obviously not new units. It's like the Medevac and the Raven are so much fun now. And the Widow Mines are actually really awesome.
Still trying to get used to the Raven.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I definitely, as we noticed in a 2v2v2, I'm not quite Raven proficient
You're getting
yet.
there.
I'm getting there. I'm getting better at it. The secret missiles. You know, it's an art form to know, like, basically how close to get before to launch a secret. Because the closer you get, the more your Ravens are at risk.
You can run forward, do the Hunter Seekers, and then you can run away your Ravens,
Yes.
and the Seekers will still go.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think that's a pretty important part of it.
It is, and because the closer you are, they can't get out. You can run away.
So you get as close as you can, and then you want to get out so your Ravens don't die. I wonder if it's worth like keeping SCVs with Ravens just to keep them alive, kind of a thing.
I've been experimenting with that. Yeah.
Because like as long as you can get really close so they can't run.
Or you just run in Hellions with them so the Hellions distract enemy fire. That the Hellions can run out, and you don't really care.
I
about
still
Hellions
think
so
there's some untapped, unfiltered stuff as far as like the Raven is concerned, like Hunter Seekering.
even like early game.
Hunter Seekering your own unit. And
And running it in.
Running it in, just something like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty untapped.
Hellions would be ideal for that, I think.
And then some really cool micro that's sometimes seen is when you Hunter Seeker someone else, but then they take that unit and they send it at you, or they split it away, like that.
They send it at you. That sucks.
Well, it's great for them. I think that's a really cool move you can do.
And that's the other problem with getting Ravens close to them.
Yes.
They run after your Ravens.
Yep. They just run their entire army at you. And sometimes that's okay. If they have a bunch of Marines, you have a bunch of Ravens. Guess what's going to be more cost efficient if everything dies?
Yes.
Well, the Marines are going to be the Terran is going to be, or not the Terran. The player with the Marines will be much
Who will be
better
Terran.
off. Yes. Anyway, let's go ahead and introduce the players. Top right-hand location, we have the blue Terran player, Pokebunny, opening up with the gas, and his opponent, Babyknight, is the Protoss player in the top left. Let's see here. What do you make of that gas opening? What do we got in store? The positioning is pretty interesting. Now, it is Star Station, and they are close position, in essence.
Yes.
So we'll have to see how this plays out.
I mean, it's going to be a fast factory. If it's gas before barracks, Actually, wait, he didn't go Gasport Barracks, did he?
No,
he didn't.
I
Sorry.
think he made them around the same time. He made the barracks and then the gas.
Yeah. So never mind. So this is just a standard normal gas opening. So this could be Reaper. Yes. I've been exploring a lot of Reaper openings, and it's really cool because if you micro well, it's like they can't. It's almost impossible for them to stop you from getting one worker kill. You just keep hitting the same worker right around the circle.
Wow. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
But great surround there by Mr. Pokebunny, and both of these guys seem very happy about that. We got the triple smiley face there from Babyknight. He typed that really fast too.
You did.
All right.
Oh, I wasn't even sure what that was until you said it was a triple smiley face.
Yeah, no, you're like trying to decipher.
Yeah.
What is this Danish characters? No, it's triple smiley face for the win. Yeah, we got double racks here from Pokebunny, and Reaper's gonna get across the map very fast.
Is he gonna keep making? He is keeping making Reapers. This is pretty cool. I actually I've been experimenting a little bit of this myself, and I've had fairly mixed results. But it's mostly because I'm really bad at controlling the Reapers.
Oh!
So Pokebunny, who's a much stronger Terran player than I am, I think he'll have no problem getting at least some kills. The hard part is with this is how far is Pokebunny going to go with the Reapers? Oh, run Reaper!
Uh-oh,
run!
gotta get that regen. One shot away from dying. Oh, it's playing with fire. Other Reaper
Two
coming
shots.
out here as well.
He's Reaper's a hardy man.
Wait, 11 HP is 2 shots from Stalker?
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe 10.
Yep.
Unless you're armoring. So it looks like Babyknight's just doing a standard 1-gate expansion. You know what? I don't like how Babyknight's sending his army out. The Reapers could just kill both those units. Or actually, better yet, they can just run in and kill the probes.
Which might end up happening here. We have another Stalker coming out. Gonna try to do some damage. Are the Reapers here onto that probe?
Oh, he's got to be careful. One Reaper's into red. It's going to die.
Yep, lost one of them.
Got to be a little more on top of pulling those guys back in time. The front door is under fire as well.
Yep, the supply depot getting very low in the red. SCV scrambling to try to repair this Stalker, trying to do that damage to the Reapers. And Pokebunny is not stopping with this Reaper production. Now Babyknight's a little bit on the run here, and it's going to be 3 Reapers versus a Stalker and a Zealot. I think 3 Reapers win that.
Oh, he's got to be careful. Man, Pokebunny is playing this one. Oh, be careful. This says my nerves are tingling. Find another Reaper dies. Babyknight's getting the upper hand, man. I got to tell you. Reapers are expensive. And
yeah.
I mean, they're fast and they're regen.
Like, if you do something like this, you just can't lose them.
You can't lose, yeah. Even losing, like, you've never seen 4 Reapers in 6 is huge.
Like, imagine if he hadn't lost the 2 that he made.
Yes. He'd be, I mean, that's his entire unit's lost con. It's just the 2 Reapers. So, and the problem is they lose value as your opponent gets a larger army. So the longer they wait to get their size up is, you know, it really hurts the effectiveness of your opening, I guess you should say.
And Babyknight throwing another force field there, and it was worth it. He was able to kill one of those Reapers. So now Pokebunny is down to 3 Reapers at this point in time, throwing down an additional expansion, tacking on a reactor and a tech lab, and an additional barracks, additional factory as well. Also 2 gases, so really starting to ramp up that production. Oh no, another Stalker lost there from Pokebunny. A little bit sloppy with his control. Babyknight able to catch these Reapers off guard.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he keeps trying to fight 2 Stalkers. When he can easily just run around them.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole idea of the Reaper is you can jump up and down cliffs, so you can easily, you know, even if they're in front of their natural, you just jump in their main and kill all their workers, right?
Oh, killed another one.
Oh man, this is just not going well for Pokemon. He's, the thing is, it's not just if you look at like units lost, it may not look that bad. But the fact is that he expanded so much later than his opponent.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he needs to get about 400 resources of killed above his opponent to make it an even game.
Uh-oh. Babyknight has to be careful here. There's Marines and Marauders here now.
Uh-oh, no force fields.
Yeah. I don't think they have concussive or stim.
No, not quite yet. Actually, 3 more units being warped in for Babyknight. Pokebunny's got to be careful now.
He's got to be careful. Babyknight has those force
mix.
fields available. 2 additional sentries being added on. Meanwhile, a Reaper going to be jumping to the main. There's a force field on the ramp, trying to trap a few
but his
units
Zealots
here.
can't connect that. That second force field actually working against Babyknight a little bit here. And, you know, Pokebunny's got actually a decent trade. I mean, not a great trade, but not a terrible one.
Still got to be careful here. Don't want to get your units split in half here.
But I think he's got to go down now.
You
Because
think so?
if he waits too long, there'll be a force field
fields.
up.
Yeah.
It's too late now. There's force fields. I think he had an opportunity. He could have gone down there and actually taken that army on. The Zealots were both almost dead. There's only 2 Stalkers there.
Medevacs are going to be out soon. So if he can somehow flank this army.
Yes, the Medevacs. Actually, he could just run right past it. Or he could land. Actually, you know, Pokebunny's got a large army. Babyknight's got to be careful here.
Yeah.
And they've got stim now, too. These are serious Marines and Marauders.
And
they take their
they're about to
drugs.
have Medevac supplementation and Ignite after boostable.
That's
Medivacs.
Yes.
Ignite after boostable?
After boostable. I think that's what we should call it from now on.
Yeah, after boostable. Yeah, I'm okay with that, how I said that.
And, you know, Babyknight's he's playing it just right, though. He's backing away just as he knows Medivacs might be coming. And it's really on Pokebunny has got to do some massive damage now. He's got to.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Colossi are underway. I mean, Babyknight's had those 2 bases up for so long. The income is just, you know, he's basically...
He's had his natural.
Yeah, he's had his natural for like 5 minutes now. And Pokemon is just taking it. So... I don't feel like Pokebunny can win in a straight-on engagement, though.
He's got to take advantage of the Ignite Afterburst.
Yes,
I think. He's
work
got
around
to
Army.
engage at the natural a little bit. Just kind of poke very gently, scare Babyknight a little bit, and then pick up and zip on into the main base.
Babyknight's a little bit afraid.
He really wants this Colossus.
Yes. He's like, you will not fight me until I get this Colossus. This is where he could just pick up and drop into main. Oh, using Ignite Afterburners, but not actually using it to work on a drop play.
Colossus are out now. It's going to get targeted down. The Colossus is going to be microed away, but the last grenade from that Marauder going to take it down. And Pokebunny's going to back away. Was that loss worth it, though? I'm not sure it was.
I mean, that was definitely a small win for Pokebunny.
He lost a lot of his units there, man.
Yeah, but I think
and
overall,
a Medivac.
in like a normal game, I'd say that was even or slight win for Pokebunny.
Okay.
But the fact is that he was in a situation where he had to do massive damage, and he didn't do it. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, that wasn't massive damage. So he's getting further and further behind just because of the economic difference. Taking out third CC is a great way to try to catch back up. I'm a little worried, though, about a Colossi timing attack.
Yeah, I mean, we see Pokebunny getting some Vikings on the field, though. Already has 2 out.
His production, though, he's only got...
consider getting a second starport, but it's so difficult when you're this dry in resources. Maybe like a Viking and a Medivac each cycle out of that starport, because you got to get some more Medivacs in here.
Yeah, he's
really, no, I don't like this engagement at all from Pokebunny
not what
here.
He needs to do here.
Gonna get his Marines and Marauders trapped, trying to get out of there with his Ignite Afterburners. The Colossus not even losing his main health, lost some shields. A couple Vikings went down. But those shields do come back for Babyknight, so all of a sudden he's up 110 to 89 supply units lost. Is going to be much better in Babyknight's favor. 27 to 11, 24-25 to 13-75. So Pokebunny in a game where he's trying to scramble, trying to claw his way back, getting an engagement that didn't go his way at all.
It did not. I mean,
what do you think? What was his thought process there as far as going that far across the map? Did he think he had a timing? I guess. I mean,
like, so here's the idea. I think he knows he's behind by law, and he's like, okay, I have to do damage. So walk across the map, and I'll go try to fight him.
Sure.
But the problem is that that's not the right way to do damage. Like, if your opponent is way stronger than you, like let's say you're in a boxing ring and you know you're behind in points. You gotta win this next round. But your opponent's in way better shape. They're better. They've got more muscles. They're faster, right?
Yep.
You don't walk up to him and start punching him in the face. He'll just punch you back harder.
He will.
You've got to work around him. You know, find some cool angles or something. And that's what Pokebunny's got to do. But now he doesn't have the opportunity anymore. He's back in the corner with the Protoss Army right at his doorstep.
No, there's way too much here for Babyknight. 2 Colossus there. I don't even think Pokemon has enough to deal with the 2 Colossus alone. I mean, he has 2 Vikings. Okay, now he has 4.
I mean, the only thing...
No energy on his lone Medivac either.
Right now, he's kind of hanging in there because Babyknight doesn't want to risk throwing the game away.
Yeah.
But I almost feel if Babyknight sits around for too long, once Pokemon gets 2 on upgrades, if he gets a good Viking count, he could actually make a comeback. Because now he's got 3 orbitals. Yeah, he's behind by a lot, but he's got 3 orbitals.
He can really ramp up his economy right now.
3 orbitals, 2 upgrades on the way.
On both of his expansions. Of course, once the minerals dry out, then it's going to be a huge problem. So Babyknight might just play for the contain game.
That is true. If he can contain him long enough.
Because Pokebunny's economy will be surging right now.
He's
but
going in now.
Once here we go. Babyknight coming forward to the natural expansion of Pokebunny. Vikings trying to engage, but getting sniped down by the Stalkers. Not even taking down a single Colossus. Force fields, isolating those Marines and Marauders. SUV is going to be pulled to desperation tactics here from Pokebunny. Not going to be enough. There's the GG and the victory for the Protoss player Babyknight, extending his win streak to 2 in this King of the Hill. Pokebunny, I like the opening, but I think we both agree lost a little bit too many Reapers there. When you do an opening like that, you got to keep those Reapers alive. Really take advantage of the health regen.
And the speed, work around your opponent's units.
So, in a perfect game, is there an excuse to even lose 1 Reaper?
Not at that point, no. Okay. Until your opponent has it takes 3 Stalkers to 2-shot a Reaper. So if you're fighting an army that has 3 Stalkers in it, and they stutter step well, and you get too close, there's a small excuse. You make a small mistake, and you'll lose to 3 Stalkers.
Right.
But if it's less than 3 Stalkers, if it's 2 Stalkers, and a Zealot, 2 Stalkers, a Sentry, etc., it takes a pretty significant miss micro to lose to that, because they have to get 3 volleys off, and then you got 5 seconds to pull your Reaper away.
It's a dangerous game. The beginning of that game was very micro-intensive. Again, one misclick could really set the tone for the rest of the game. If you lose 2 Reapers just like that, all of a sudden you're behind. Your tech is going to be a little bit delayed. You just spent some gas on some Reapers that, you know, maybe didn't necessarily work out. It's 100 resources for a Reaper nowadays. So you got to keep those things alive, and Babyknight able to micro a little bit better than Pokebunny. They're able to secure victory in game number 2 of this King of the Hill. He's going to try for 3 in a row. Again, if you're a pro player, or if you're very, very good at StarCraft 2, at least around the Grandmaster level in Heart of the Swarm, join channel MLG. These are live games right now, unless you're watching this on rebroadcast. And of course, Babyknight is on a 2-game winning streak, going for 5. We'll have to see who his challenger is. Game 3 of the night going to be coming up next. Don't go anywhere.